All right, today is a dress rehearsal run. We're doing 8 to 9 miles at or near race pace. Most of this is just for a confidence boost. I did a short warm up to kind of get to the top of a hill, and the idea is that the vast majority of this is going to be mimicking race day, the course. And that's not perfect, and a lot of this is going to be flat, whereas I was hoping to get more downhill, but I don't want to drive somewhere, so it is what it is. I've been looking forward to this just to kind of see where I'm at, and hopefully I'm near the 6-minute mile, which would be around what I need to go sub 120 in this half marathon 3 weeks from today. So yeah, we're 3 weeks out today. Nervous and excited about this, and I thought I'd bring you guys along because most of what I talk about on this channel is philosophy while I run, but I know a lot of you are also interested in running, as am I. So not an expert in any of this, but I've always done this before race day just as like a gut check, like where are we at? Let's see if we can do this. So feeling pretty good. We'll see how the run goes. I will try and check in on a camera that I'm taking with me. Maybe every mile, we'll see. I don't want it to ruin the run today. But, ready or not, here we go. That's 2.5 miles. First 2 miles averaged 5:40 pace. I got a little excited. So I also gave myself some cushion for the hills. Ooh, because there's a couple. There's past one. Anyways, okay, keep going. Mile 4, still averaging around 550, but I'm almost to the end of the downhill, and then it's gonna switch to flat. We'll see what happens. But I don't have the downhill to help me. All right, I really wanted to be done at 8. I pushed it to 8.5. 50 minutes. Dead raccoon. 50 minutes with an average pace of 5:57. Talk about it more in a minute. Got a 3-mile cool down. And then we'll talk about the run. Okay, so that didn't go as smoothly as I wanted, which is unfortunate because, like I said, this whole run was about confidence building. And so, to be completely transparent, what I'm gonna do now is essentially convince myself by walking through the run that I'm still ready. Because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know how much the story you tell yourself means. And if this is a confidence run, I need to flip that confidence around and convince myself that I am in fact ready. So if I look at this, it was relatively uphill compared to what I wanted it to be. I mean, I rode it on my motorcycle, the route before, to try and get a good idea of what the terrain would be like in terms of elevation gain. But it was still kind of rough. So if I look at my splits, I was, 539, 531, 548, 547, 545. That's through mile 5. Okay. So I was flying, and probably 10 to 15 seconds faster than what I need to do in order to hit the goal time that I want to hit for my half marathon. And then when it went uphill, I dropped to 621, 620, and then on mile 8 I got back down to 610, and then for the half mile to finish it, I was at 606 pace. It only took me 3 minutes because I ran only a half mile. So anyways, if I look at that, I was absolutely booking. And I know that the first, I believe it's 8 or 9 miles of the Ogden half marathon are very downhill, like very downhill. And so I know I can hold that pace probably around a 550 for those miles. Like, that should be relatively doable. It's not going to be easy by any means. If it was easy, then I would run faster, you know what I mean? So it's not going to be easy, but I think I can do that. And then if I do that, then for the last 3 to 4 miles where it levels off, and there's even a little bit of rolling hills because we're going to be running along the parkway that follows the river, I think I can do it. I'll give myself enough buffer, enough of a cushion running those 550s that'll give me 90 seconds. And so that if that's over the last 3 miles, then I can essentially run 630s and still hit my, maybe not quite 630s, but it'll give me 20 to 30 seconds per mile that I can run slower and still hit my goal time of sub 120. So anyway, so that's just like a little look into this confidence run. I hope it was interesting, and I also hope it's interesting to hear me talk through the way that I have successfully convinced myself that I'm where I need to be, even if there was some doubt when I was in it, because there was some serious doubt going through my mind around that mile 5 to 8, where I was like, oh boy, maybe I should have done a little bit more speed work and endurance work. I was feeling it on both sides there. So in terms of speed and endurance, but I'm also not I'm still in the middle. Not in the middle, but I'm still training. I haven't peaked yet. This isn't peak week. It's probably next week. And so I'm not recovered. I'm not fully recovered. I'm still training, So and my nutrition was not, I didn't prep perfectly for nutrition. I don't carry water with me on these runs, and so I didn't have any electrolytes. I drank some electrolyte drink before I left, but I didn't have any water or electrolyte mix on me. I didn't fuel. And that's one of the things that is probably a little weird for other people to hear, but I don't fuel on these runs. I don't, on the long runs, I have to be going probably 20 miles if I'm going to fuel. Anything below that, I usually don't fuel. Maybe 16 to 20, somewhere around there. Anyways, and so these short, fast runs, I'm not fueling. And race day, I will have electrolyte drinks. I will probably do some sort of goo if I don't dry heave. I hate goo, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot more that I will do to prep for race day that should give me the edge that I need to really hit that time. So anyways, like I said, I hope this was interesting, but mostly because I'm, I don't know if I would consider myself an expert, because I just do this for me, and this is what I've done for a long time, and it seems to have worked for me. So I want to know, for you, do you do something similar where you do kind of like a gut check run a couple weeks out just to see where you're at? You can call it a tempo run, race pace run, whatever you want. But Do you do something like that? If so, do you also find yourself convincing yourself at the end that you're ready? So, anyways, hope that was interesting. Stick around. I'll catch you in the next video.